Alright guys, welcome back. On today's episode of Can JD Fix It? The final big job of this flat, installing this Lino flooring. So this is what we've got in here. I've had it in here since Saturday. Trying to let a bit of the heat get into it, let it kind of soften up a little bit. So yeah, got to get that into the bathroom. Never done this before. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos to see kind of how to do it. It doesn't look crazy complicated. It's one of those things where cut less or cut small pieces at a time rather than trying to go too daft and cut big bits out. So yeah, I'm gonna set up the camera, talk you through it a little bit, see how I get on. So let's go. So the floor's all prepped, it's nice and level. I've gone and just given it a brush and a clean, make sure there's no bits of muck or dust lying about it. So I'm going to go roll that piece of flooring up and bring it in, and then talk you through the next stage. So this bathroom is 1.9 by 1.9, give or take a couple mil. So our piece of flooring is exactly 2 by 2. So I've got a little bit of play, but not actually that much room for error or messing up. So I have to take my time, measure twice, cut once. So yeah, the first plan of action from what the videos I've watched is you're better starting with a straight edge. I'm working off of that, so I'm probably gonna have to use this wall here, because I've got the shower tray and the toilet to come around, which I'd rather do last and work towards that. The problem is I've also got the vanity unit to cut around, so I've got a little slither in there and a little slither in there. If that wasn't there, it'd be a piece of cake, but it's not. So plan of action is I need to make sure I leave enough for my door as well. That's a bloody problem. So I'm going to have to turn it this way. Turn it this way. So when the bloody toilet's in the way. That's the problem. I can't really. Cut any, I can't cut a big chunk out for the toilet and stuff to get it in until I know it exactly square, because if I do, then I could be miles off, and then the whole thing's knackered. The tools required, I think, well, the boys in the video that I used, they use like a carpet fitter knife that's got like a hook in it, and when you put it in you pull it. It's just meant, I don't know if it's meant to be a bit easier or not, but I don't have that with a standing knife, so I might just have to use like a spirit level just to get perfectly, like use a spirit level as a straight line just to get a perfectly straight cut. But, right, getting this square is the #1 priority here. But as I say, look at the minute, like I've got to try and get that around the toilet and stuff like that, but I'm trying to measure this up when it's all folded up like that, so it's quite tricky. So I need to get, if I could fold this in half maybe. I'm not sticking anything down, I'm going to cut everything, I'm going to shape it all up first, and then I've got adhesive glue there. I can use that, you need to use to stick it down, so once I've got everything exactly where I want it, I can go around the edges, squish it up. Because it's such a small bit, I don't really need to worry about gluing it in the middle, because by the time you've cut everything out, it's probably only like just over a 1 by 1 really. So, right, I need to leave enough space for my door to go in, for my door jamb, kind of, you know, the bit that goes in the middle of the door. So I push that back a bit. I've marked there, that's the distance of my thickness of my door jamb. So obviously I need to move this down to this line, so I'm going to I need to move this up a bit. Then I'm going to cut here. I put a brand new fresh blade on, so it's nice and sharp. So I need to go the thickness of that. 30. So if I do 30. Get my ruler. Just give me a nice sharp edge to work with. So I'm just gonna go a little bit inside that edge, to be fair. Yeah, right. So I need to do the same on the side. Mark out 30mm on this here on this side. Just gonna mark out with a pencil. There's a bit more of a chance. I'm gonna put my ruler under it so I don't cut right through, because then that's no use. You know, cut through this into the fresh top. So I put my metal ruler underneath and it stops that. And I'm just gonna go down that. Nice and slowly. Perfect. So now I should be able to pull that in tight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have to get up and check this line in the floor, because I want that to look pretty straight into the room, otherwise it's going to look off. So I need to twist it down a little bit. Getting this up, so I'm going to score from there. Up like so. Just see a little bit of a gap there, but as I say, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. As I say, this ring can go down and bosh, cover that up. Not bad. On to the next one. So that's 2 bits cut in there. As I say, once I've finished, I'll go around, obviously trim it down to size, and then silicone the edge up. So now got to tackle the vanity unit. Yeah. So I'm got to mark this out where it's going to be. So it should be about there, I think. Fold it back, slice, fold, cut, done. Simple as that. So this piece here is completely wasted, so I can just cut. Not required. Gives me a bit more flexibility. So I've got this outside edge all cut to size, or close as I'm a little bit, got a bit too much out in some bits, but as I say, hopefully the silicone edge will cover my mistakes. So what I'm going to do is I've got this spray adhesive, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually glue this edge all the way behind the vanity unit down so it doesn't move, because I've got that kind of square where I want it. So if I have that glued in, it won't move, and then I can work off of that and cut the rest of it in. Jesus, that's strong. So we've got the final bit around the unit cut and that last back strip there and the start of the shower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my glue, I'm going to spray along that edge and in that bit and just get that bit sealed down, stuck, and then work around this last little bit. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Definitely not 100% amazing, but never done it before, so. And as I say, I've put a nice thick bead of white silicone around the bottom, and it should save my ass a little bit, fingers crossed. Fuck it. As long as there's no bubbles or wrinkles, we're fine. So, on to the last section. This is going to be the really hard part. Little bits, taking little bits off at a time rather than trying to take big chunks out, because as I say, you can always take more out but you can't put anything back in. And a few of the gaps are a little bit bigger than I wanted them to be, so I've got to be careful. I don't want to mess it up. If you're able to just lift the toilet up and pop the toilet down on top of it, it'd be so much easier. A few of these gaps are way bigger than I wanted. Get in there, so see some big gaps at the back, but that silicone thick bead's going to be my saver, I think, so just get this last little bit down the shower and then we're done. Been down to the building supplies, got my white silicone to go around the edge, so that's the next plan. First of all, I've got masking tape and I'm going to go round the whole thing with masking tape just to limit the spread, and it makes a much nicer straight line. It looks a little bit better, and then I can make sure I go as wide as my gaps as well. So you know, if I need to fill in extra bits, I can fill it in and then just smear it when I'm smoothing it out, and it doesn't really matter. So yeah, around the edge of the masking tape, silicone, finished. So all beaded up. Next, take a mixture of water and fairy liquid. I'm just going to scoosh all over it and then smear it out and get a nice smooth bead with my finger. And then that'll be job done. And that is the finished product. There we go, looking a million times better. Totally finished now. Just got delivered from Amazon for a few bathroom accessory pieces. Lure holder, toilet brush and a few bits for the sink and stuff like that. But yeah, not too bad for first attempt. Definitely a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Well, it wasn't that. I wouldn't say it was harder than I thought it would be. It was actually not that difficult. You've just got to be careful with your cuts, that's all it is. If you know, I had a toilet, a circular shower tray and a vanity unit to go around, so it's quite a lot to cut around, but yeah. I'll stick up a wee before picture of what the bathroom looked like, and then there's a few pictures I've made demolishing and stuff like that. And then looking at it now, I would say it looks not too shabby. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. A little short one for you, a little walkthrough, pretending like I know what I'm talking about. So yeah, appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.